ho chire ya abutie ananu ana Ghana ye ho chire ya yes ye kopa bosia every the same IMF but you understand the koji as man
3 billion
the koji 3 billion
3 billion
for how many years
3 years
for 3 years now within a calendar year your transaction about 1.7 billion what's here normal.
What can you say? You are not being fair
as a country.
No, be fair. And your headlines, so
party be here about Ben or then Naniso di hu chire o man no na no ye kwotro ba it is na yenuanom NDC4 ka chire Ghana for so moto abaman ya the 24-hour economy beba adwuma baako enipa miensa ene beye eno na e bohye na bohye de ana me nheda mfa me ho nto so because bibia timi sisa the situation within the country no quite me bohye na edane. That's the reason why in here you can say 24-hour job no about 24-hour market. So say the 3 shift no am kwa dwom 3 shift be call market. Ama say anadwo na e ba kodi dwa be fufu adi o se ba be yenkwan o ni na awurade nsem. Na enema miensa pa aban gina so a benefit your momba aban mu. Na me no mo ya adwen den ene say minim say abrabo yi obi ye bibi adekra wo be kase de nipa no ye enye no unyo opportunity a ni kwan so repeat say ade no campaign de na agi ntini kese pa ye galamsey se aban na wo ho ama ho kwan ma ne nkrofo se Ghana nsase ensuo eni nua enti ye nuanom NDC4 including even the president any most of the MPs omampani no onye na dwen so opeso okon o tumi na hye nsem obetimi de state of emergency kura akon galamsey 1 year 9 months ni state of emergency ni yentimi mfa maaye.
Lessons from the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program. Page 8 paragraph 13. Losses in 2024 were equivalent to almost $400 million. That's 0.5% of GDP. It's way under Akufo-Addo government. Yes, sir. 2024. So losses he buy. What you ask me a kafa ho Ghana?
Oh yeah.
When you ask me a kafa ho Ghana? Unkai. Very serious.
Kaimi.
A whole press conferences in Kumnanado Mayeno. That was it. Basis no. Nanado then a busian for a year. Ghana sika gold. I value $400 million. Okay, let me read it fast forward. I'll say in 2025, that is under regime way and this year buying. The significant scaling up of DGPP operations led to losses of over $1.7 billion. That's 1.5% of GDP.
Yaban omo chi omo galamsey no omo atu omumu yabema omo amnesty no omo asaba
Abushia ene Reverend Charles Owusu wone Dr. Henry Kwabena Kokufu ya oba Asante Mantemu a okọ esenka okako gina senka MPP4 wa Asante Mantemu nto abama no na nka wo mra medwam training anase chairman emfa MPP amonyokue ko wi achie na koka ena ehwere edikan no ene wonum hyiae ewo Peace FM so ma ensem ahodo akoso ho no na kyerɛ sɛ mpa NDC aban wadi Ghana fo hwammo papa frise ebere ya 2024 yeba be ko abatoa no na yakakoto aba na wonum na mo bontoa no ensem ahodo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sabere no ye candidate wo kade to Ghana fo trim na ene ba kokora ntimi maamu no a na kyese yare ho sem papa na kyese NDC aban wode ye gura to pre onye na adwene sɛ obebi bi ama Ghana fo akomato no yam na no ena wonum nkasa yemu no wonum akyere mu pa sɛ wo hwɛ ne matitiri pa John Dramani Mahama kan to Ghana fo trim emma yegina toto aba na afe baako ene bosome be se nkono ni baako kore ne hono ma watumi aye ewom se MPP aban ba ye no nye bibia no kan ye wotumi ye de ne nso afe baako ntem no na wo hwɛ niema hodo pa His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo etimi de gu akwan mu Ghana ha no a ene na kyese NDC4 wono ma ye frakadam papa na wo hwɛ niema mpanimfo bobobo so eni sika puduo ye aba be yera wo Ghana ha ene gold board see a Bank of Ghana see a gold board ni nyina na oman Ghana ene yesika ayera empanimfo nya daage kyerɛkyerɛ mu IMF nkrata ene aba beto abonte am obi anya bia yekenkan no wo kan mu ona kyese ehu papa ya se animonimu ya no send this aban wa hwɛ no manani ankoho no wan pay nim de form mamwa o man no ye beka kɔhwe amena mu se to say ye gold board say ye Bank of Ghana say ye cocoa board say ye hwan e ka no aba be ye Ghana fo ko mu a wonom kyese free see nya independent no ye oman no mo ka say bi da we ni de dikan na gold nsusu ye ton eboka no nsem bebre no a wo de me ma me kasa nwa bebre yenko na yenko tie Reverend Charles Owusu one Dr. Henry Kwabena Kokofu enne se do mesi atete ndisi aban pa no de asi nya daje na yeti message so be like video no ma me no share na wo do adwen kire nso so aba ye nyina na ye hwehwem ne kenkan bi na yentimi enhwe mu ade.
This is the 24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. 1, 3, 3. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Obiabe didi, ezu. Ni anawi nurse ni anawi ojuma nipa awi ejuma. Yebetimi aboa onu esidan. Na debia bosombia yetua oka. Ni ate okakra yebenya companies bi na omone banks na yejuma enti se onim se woni oma eba ubekwa akohu omo na omo aba obosia sa abosia no omdi bechia abanto ni gapo ha ni eto bi ewo ho na yeyi wo container si ya na omo yi e de akoto terminal woni aban ni asembia. We shall reintroduce automatic posting of teachers, and we shall scrap the teacher licensure exams.
Afenyo ya green say koko na debia ya de kwa manone na yakoye nwedwuma oho ne ya chocolate ne de abre no yes ya bre ya pese factory na ya de ye koko no ya de ba bibia ye dua koko no we for no fifi you better be 2 borehole near the polytank you see ho.
And I can assure you the price is going to be a very, very, very good price. So those of you who don't have cocoa farms, go and start looking for land.
Is that in the first 120 days, we'll provide the seed money upfront for the Women's Development Bank.
24-hour economic clock. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Obiabe didi.
Ana oni bibi.
Etiemia.
Party bi e ba ban mu a. Oda Naniso de hu kire oman no. Na no ayekoto ba it is na yenuanom NDC for. Ka kire Ghana for so moto abaman a. The 24-hour economy beba. Adwuma baako enipa miensa ene beye. Eno na e bo hye no aboshe dey na me sheda mfa me ho nto so because bibia timi sisa the situation within the country no quite me aboshe na edane. That's the reason why in here you can say 24-hour job no about 24-hour market. Say the 3 shift no am kwadwom 3 shift be call market. Ama say anaju na e ba kudi dwa be fufu adiu se ba be yenkwan o ni na awurade nsem. Na enema miensa pa aban gina so a benefit o momba aban mu. Na me no mo ya adwen den ene se minimsa abrabo yi obi ye bibi adekra wo be kase de nipa no ye enye no unyo opportunity a ni kwan so repeat sa de no campaign de na agi ntini kese pa ye galamsey se aban na wo ho ama ho kwan ma ne nkrofo se Ghana nsase ensuo eni nua enti ye nua NDC for including even the president and most of the MPs. Oh, or Mampeni no, or not just or Kwan, or to me national and same with the state of emergency cry, Aku Galamsey. 1 year, 9 months in state of emergency in Timim Famaya. Not just a Cassatia and Ne Galamsey, not Pidgety more chain cannon. Like I said, Nada Sem and I catch a Ghana for. Another Tosubium. ade ba ko say din hipa wo abato aye to no na no LGBTQ+. Say LGBTQ no abanya wo ho na kese ya pass mra yenya ntie kra say akodu owura kufo do anim no so one sign, but thank God Mahama ono abaye oye no kwafo nti wo se mra no kra say new president impo na say be omampani assign ebesi 1 year 9 months aye ka say de tia na tie yenye ho hwe na ade ba ko na esanka ho pa ye corruption nti wobati yesi ya wie sika wo ha bati yesi ya wie sika wo ha bati yesi ya wie sika wo ha ehun sema kase ade ye ka oman mu edu ba bi ma aban a wotwa mu ese banks ahodo a wo oman mu ahoden wo fam nti se ba ye bebo se bi oman mu ankran sika e wo no ese se ye gu banks ni na ye kan ni na abum dia ahodo a ye to so nya asem kwa ama ye wie ye se aban ni timodin we timodin for na nka sebi we o dream Ghana for ho a nka onye de oyeye which is about 22 billion na ye di banking no 20 billion ye di banking sector clean up ni na and ye ka corruption ho asema ana ye ka sika sebi o man na hwere ho asema and this senior party so omo kaseti ni pe ka ho asema na bida at all na number 2 na anu na ye to nyum chorus kumuna na do man ye ready kumuna na do man ye na ye de ade a demonstration you know this for the call Bank of Ghana and this anyum no ba ya for the first time in the history of this country yet jida bonten ye nua na odi chorus na nim no ye hwan ye nua na odi chorus na nim na oto nyum no kumuna na do man na do ye na wa ye anti ready kumuna na do man o man no and Jesus Christ. But Afenyo markets on the show, I can't say IMF for a cancer report. The last time I checked on your member, whether it is GOLDBOD or Bank of Ghana, there has been a loss. Sikaira. Now, if 22 billion, you lose 22 billion as a result of a transaction, you took gold. Atong edia boa so man sika semwa musima yenka ho asem na yenka de ben ma yenka ho asem yenka de asem. What are we talking about? That 22 billion loss aba, whether it is Bank of Ghana or it is GOLDBOD, Ghana for ni hu kwase yenka ho asem. I believe that GOLDBOD for senka mo bibi kan o ma ho de na some channel they call IMF for. So this is what we have been told. Bank of Ghana for what assembly can. Had they omen so be anchechiro. Why can't they come out and say asma I am a volcano and you're not correct? But Parliament is come out Bank of Ghana for no man baby 2 said some war report to me na not correct. Because they signed to the report. And see whether it is GOLDBOD that made the lost. And answer Bank of Ghana and Mercy can you nti musima ya nhwehwe sika na mayenka ho asem me yemisa ho asem say because you over 10 billion aba o man munti say 1.7 billion ya boka ma yemisa 1.7 billion no because someone is in charge of GOLDBOD. I mean what kind of logic is this? I wonder Minia Sakra. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Send this MPP in all power. If it were to be MPP in power today, and gold for oil, I can't say transaction. Omaboka 1.7 billion. Ka NDC for the country say, "Mayenka hwasem, me misa hwasem." Intinka defense nbe say ya print Afenyo markets honsem. Aya na chrokonkon Bible. Agye bi chapter 1 to chapter 10. Because Afenyo markets say bisa wa bomusuo say IMF for abeka say gold purchasing program na ye no ka ya bo 1.7 billion which is 22 billion Ghana cedi man ye misa ho asem. I mean how me tia asem na say me hu said ye city e dia asem ni Assembly no. Has NDC forgotten the numerous press conferences are we in on Ghana? Has they forgotten? Have they forgotten? Omurefi, nti ameka say Emre Dani. Emre Dani ampa. Oba, nananum kan say onyinia yen sere kwatia.
Sa pepe.
Oso hu tenten. Na wa sere kwatia. I am shocked. Me hwɛ deɛ nkɔfo bi keka nsɛm a me NDC defend ya ha me because he's an NDC person on ka onye den mo defend it obe defend it because it has something to do with his party. Rawlings party that people died because omkoji ebosia obi okoji ebosia yekum no because they see ordinary position and the influence bosia na oje e de man no abra obetuaka and the Rawlings obewo NDC and they say you sika na man say aburo so say $1.7 billion no a chicken change until we shouldn't make noise about it. Afenyo market is a bon musu. I'm not defending Afenyo market. Afenyo market is not Ghana. Ghana is bigger than any individual. O man na ye dey share musa musu na but so na expressway from Accra to Kumasi na sikasa na abanso de
3 billion.
3 billion.
3 billion USD.
1.7 billion. Echo. As you speak, Kumasi Accra Road, no, sabi, double lane, dual carriage lane, basically. Contractors are also in Agye because he gets the kind of thing to Makano Matuaso. And the accident, a kum nipa o memu. Dodo na Kumasi Accra Road. Utu ne Okuma Accra now Kumasi. So we kwa year. Now to around an upper 8 or 9. Over corner omabu akontan kra kofi. That is the kind of road I get home. And we God. NDC, I am surprised.
Why are you?
And I'm surprised.
Why?
Because coming to you can say to government, into government, Omo fapim kese pa e ketasishani pro any kankan. Tell me say they should go back and play their tapes. Play the tapes. In some of mukai. Actually Ghana for. I remember there's once upon a time I see cash for seat. Who guys has them?
President Kufuado.
President Kufuado.
Alan Chamatin Trade Minister.
Say you see nkofo am better on travel on penny on sika on betu ani na on sika na e so. You see NTB da o man. Corruption. Na pacho yebo kinofore tetiso. When in regards to SML mebo. Sika ye ka ho asem nyina ye. I think 1.4 billion. Payment that GRA through finance minister has made to SML no. 1.4 billion. And I see young Kofa Kenofra Tamra, the young fan who are mentioning the con, the young China boss man, the body in Teti or Ghana because Wabomusu 1.7 billion. A Ghana Sika. Maya Juno, work that the company has done that are minor to your moka. Your Mayetia says a part of corruption scandals. I myself. I all court to see. And the young Kofu will be Kuno because of 1.4 billion Ghana City. But 1.7 billion a cop. You need maybe a Sikana walk. You need quite Sikana. We shouldn't ask questions in this country.
Oh, they are not saying that. Almost say Sikana de say Bank of Ghana this Kama Gold Board say Koto Gold Baby. Gold Board no Bank of Ghana this kind of man on the dollar rate. Say for rate say in echo. And on no the man or the cotton this or banner rate assessment. A Bank of Ghana say Gold Board as
Bank of Ghana is carrying Omodia. It's carrying Bank of Ghana Nidia. I don't mind that, Nana.
Yeah, dear.
Now, so Ghana, yeah, Sika. Saudi Dijuma. Nasika, the Dijuma. Yeah, pension, my new country.
Almost say on cancer, but I then among Fasas Bono and Bank of Ghana, not Gold Board, Namodebo.
Nana, a Jumana, when this can hear the Jumano there.
Only to gold.
Now, one to gold.
Gold board.
Any can say some.
Some Bank of Ghana man rate no so no de koto. And there's a difference about rate no.
Or the rate number Ghana. The kind of rate I demand some from koto. Look, Nana, I didn't hear so silent. Maybe so. Say a branch here or yet gold board for a penny to say. If he had been in the NDC, NDC opposition, Kabadis our press conference by 1,000. Actually, maybe a second dia, maybe a fire, and a chrono a man for a ball. Many as I can only look, made much last year. Incoming chairman, yes, crow. Who be this so?
Amen.
Bet much last year. Oh, defend the your body. It's party. And you be as a the Orion human the answer on fan of Zamqua. Or another.
Oh, they went there, you want
there be and you want to make up myself. Every modi make us say the young human idea. Oh, fan of Zamqua. What can I the day and you. Oh, President Mahama buying power. Look, see. What I could be in America, but the mama the second term or buy no cranium anybody am tea, me shedding suit ni buying the casa assistant or Ghana phone combo diemu. Then some are all Juma DB our year, dear Medimania Hootie. Metimaka said, and society won't change the canning or buy. Now, President Mahama pa na will be casa say. The first time or the financial ministers bears a numerous in Sian, and a million money bomb account. I want to be form. Yamin fan the currency. What is more kind? I was saying, or say, on authority, arrogance be on us, Nabam. Not authority. Now, Obia, they did to me amount of Ghana for they did to me a show, sir. Obi will be said you may be an obedient in Nabam. And I'm Pacho. Give me a branch here. Enkomodia obedi ye fa na no gold board ho antwa yi menam ka chiro antwa yi e bia ono anya kwan a aya on kohwe video no on tia se na onyina party for sabe ejina bia ya to obama party wi a party be ya ban on some party osum oman yen na oman na osum yen ti na oni Ghana for na e kasa. No. Maybe I see you penny former general or Jim. Or say if the kitchen is too hot for you. Walk out. Leave the kitchen. If you think that a human the best thing to do is to walk out from the job.
Let us say watching. Okay. Now, I can say every chief executive implements decisions of the board. The attacks on Sami Jemfi by Afenyo Marken is what has brought the attack on him. Before we jump over fire, let's check where our cotton wool is positioned. Who makes profit without investing? Let's look at what those investments have yielded. Stable economy, availability of foreign exchange, etc. So, this better soup, it not be money we go take cookam. It be money, my brother. Tell Pastor Charles that if Afenyo said there has been a loss, he wouldn't have had X in his face. The deliberate attack on Sami Jemfi is the problem. So Charles should understand. Godwin, Ako, Gan, and Ode we say Aba Abetumu. Oba
Kadna.
Yes, sir.
By
me of Abako, Inspector Kakeri, or Semencha Reverend Charles Usu Emano. Charles, Inspector Kakeri is on watching. Making a sopa, no, Inspector way. Or so, Hotiam and Tonka. Okay, over Tim and Kappa. All right. Now, Akugan, so no communication that, yes, sir. Aye. Or can some son yesterday or yes, very compare man. Akugan, Benzura, Akukra, we didn't bonio, Atomic Benz. Atomic Benz. Benzura. Charles is yesterday or what? Yes, I campaign you big guy. Every 5-15 minutes.
Yeah. Probity and accountability.
Social justice.
And Nana Charles Obezoka was a reverend. Okay. I say me campaign into na me face issues, Papa, but we quite the meeting I can be kakra. Mini I go to Ibera go to yan.
Ghana web.
Dabi Bible
the promise
Nana mo Galatians 4:16.
No kwasima me catch on to my health and for
What the message read the Galatians 4:16.
Have I become your enemy by telling you the truth?
No kwasima me catch on.
No kwasima me catch on to my health and for Ananya na
Afenyo Markins. The minority leader stands accused. If you say Wakanokre.
Just a second. News coming in is that High Court reverses takeover of Shadders Oxford #1 hotel for being in breach of contempt of court rules. Orders receiver to return keys to Cheddar immediately. All right.
Okay. And the woman is say, yeah, money may be straight. I am biano $1.7 billion losses be our okay, be our I am equivalent to 22 billion cedis. Now, dear, we say many and this for us kakra. Between Bank of Ghana and the Gold Board. Why na losses no a second books? Anyaza. Situate. Etiera Afenyo marking kase a Gold Board na abo sa akano. And no the problem yaba. A Canada yabo. I daho. But say a Bank of Ghana and a boss akano. And now Gold Board na boss akano. And no dispute ni say. I thought I'm on me again. And to who to you, lady, and to add this in your Gold Board, a Bank of Ghana. Yes, sir. Okay. It's IMF a year. What am I? International Monetary Fund. Lessons from the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program. Page 8, paragraph 13. I'll say. DGPP operations have generated significant losses for the BOG, that's Bank of Ghana. So it is established here, say, losses, Bank of Ghana losses. Yes, sir. Read further. I said losses in 2024 were equivalent to almost $400 million. That's 0.5% of GDP. It's way under a Akufo-Addo government. Yes, sir. 2024. So our losses he buy. When you ask me a kafa ho Ghana. Oh yeah. When you ask me a kafa ho Ghana. Unkai. Very serious.
Kai me.
Whole press conferences in na. Kumnana do mayeno. That was it. Basis no. Nanado na busuafo awia Ghana sika gold. I value $400 million. Okay, let me read it fast forward. I'll say in 2025, that is under regime way and this year buying. The significant scaling up of DGPP operations led to losses of over $1.7 billion. That's 1.5% of GDP. Then what jump abaha? Also, losses accrued on gold trades are a combination of service and asset fees paid to Gold Board.
As I just saying,
say a car ya can once a meal. Bank of Ghana abosa aka na say 1.7 billion a combination services and asset fees. Sika ya boaboa no ye tua ye asset fees ne services Bank of Ghana etua ma Gold Board ho kano enti say ye hwehwe ba bia e kano wa Bank of Ghana na abone kanyeza ye den no boss aka no one farm red despite group of companies one farm koma forestry commission and one fan comma EPA or the comma gold board. I don't say accepted that. Where mean can free me where IMF document because Matisa Mokai Mosi Yamshe I honor the bar Yamnam the bar Mosi IMF report to no page bay and the Yabo gold board the DNA there Martin Bear 3 days in other maybe just 2 minutes have identified document in where Yabo gold board in a womb in concerning the 1.5 billion.
Okay, say.
Oh, what ni? Masa may repeat it. I not pay me bro for them 10 coins. Do the meeting. I say losses accrued on gold trades are a combination of service and asset fees paid to gold board. Simplicity. That is it. Our page 8 of the document, paragraph 13, line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Line 9. And I established.
What is it? What's my wife say? Charles, I'm going to tell you.
Sir.
Me call na se me call ira sikana.
Yes.
Na ma bet na se dem take me dem fam. Sikana me small say kota de ma. Say ayira. E den ayira ya so na de ma me.
Enti wo ka. Una ayira. Enti sesia no.
What be that?
Boss, your document no. Yepa. So now it is established. Say yes, losses only a Bank of Ghana losses. Yes, it is accepted. But a year then and a losses no a buy. IMF na say sir asset fees in service charges a Bank of Ghana Tiama gold board no and a combination of that and a result in that losses. In any case, Dokunko abronko Bank of Ghana and Kona gold board onko. Nina the establishment a statutory establishment a your my Ghana a president of the republic and what overall responsibility towards these institutions. Indeed, when him say Bank of Ghana is not happy, the governor is not happy.
Yes.
The governor is behind the scenes insisting say finance minister or absorb our costs because the losses cannot sit on the books of Bank of Ghana. Munya checks in the area. Enti yes fast check gold board aboka na. Yes, it's true, gold board moka. Bank of Ghana aboka, but gold board na ma Bank of Ghana aboka. That is the fact. And that is what is in there to be addressed. Enti say IMF which say you gold board na wama Bank of Ghana abosa ne kana. Na Afenyo marking kan ho asema definitely on timi nko kan say forestry commissions you are may aboka $1.7 billion. Ana KMA boss may aboka.
Of Amajuanu CEBIum. Just in Supreme Court dismisses injunction application to restrain Achibonga and Kokuvite from trial proceedings in oral cases during legal vacation. I know about one I say, but me the news in the Supreme Court of bro.
But Ghana, the good news is say Matisse Gold Board boss also Oba appear before Parliament. No answer question. Yes, sir. I think that is where the matter should begin and end. Some media incantations, no money, you put to have spirited friend say defense. I just say, gradually, no, you reduce to personalities, individual personalities. But nobody is interested in Afenyo markings in here or WGC, whatever, and for now, that is not the subject matter. Said they be beba nene mbe scrutinize o document in fact ye for go ye e be a bring be beba ho beba mfaso but for now they are completely irrelevant. Afenyo marking is not talking as Afenyo marking talking or a minority leader or kasa for and on behalf of the largest minority grouping in Parliament. Enti say one nyadwia fair enough you can attack near Okano and say Uchakuntumpu because gold board or mocha. That's fair enough. But the only defense you want to put up is to put this personal a friend is the integrity at stake and scrutinize the integrity there. I don't think so is the way to go. You got it all wrong. gold board moka because gold board onisika or the year you may be no akoboka to say but mom so much as gold board enyamfa so gold board made 5.4 billion surplus.
How did they do that?
How? Because simple anymore accounting any say you make profit and losses. And at one point would you make it profit by a drew losses na ya attribute to I see there minya juma minya sika juma na makoye losses but profit bad ya we sika juma now make it profit. This is Nancy stories, and nobody Ghanaians will not take this for a friend said the truth. We must know. Gold board boss yen ceasefire na uncle parliament. None of parliamentarians in Busasi at least if for now it is established. So $1.7 billion. Ayira and now say you lose as mine. Between Bank of Ghana and Gold Board. Gold Board, Bank of Ghana, uncle chirichirim. Gold Board is uncle chirichirim nidium.
Bank of Ghana Kodada.
Wakodada. Okoye no say. Was in Yaneka.
Oh, Yaneka.
Na Yahanka.
I said near baby Canada. So on the kind of mine.
Bank of Ghana senior on San Kobi. Mesrano da Gold Board Bank of Ghana government also Kobi. Na mumi enu that day na yenhwe between mumi enu montem baby escano. Because this cannot be whisked away. At one point you say your operational cost. Agreed. Operational cost. And now no na your $400 million will be say or abem or say your operational cost. Must say that no. Eye chrono, eye katasise, eye proye and fahinko say 400 not just what the time by 4 1.6
yeah
it's more than 4 times within a year 2025 and most me can want them and rather no insult
among kazen can say says cano never fasoa e de abre oman no say ama enam says sika wo ka no so Ghana sika gina say open dollar unya bi enti empo se 1.5 billion bi kura kono a hwem faso a de abre o man no
Debi
ana abunya sa na
Debi
akano
Debi se one munji tum se 1.7 naira losses nyasa na emum ha na kodi ekoye we one approve we parliamentary approval because it remains state money. Yeah. And transaction be here for on behalf of a minor, you must have the approval of parliament. And when the budget estimate bar for I think 2025, and he found a woman says 1.7 billion a bayira na yira a hand name for so win a coin. That is not it. We are saying say Omar I can't about 1.7 billion. Now according to Mono, a friend said minority leader Akokase Gold Board. Gold Board abase already or more kabia. Seka o humpa nyo no boss aka. Na emum a Bank of Ghana or no this kind man yes anumka. And a Bank of Ghana so say me sa aka no me de gumi books me nye because me this kind man Gold Board. So no na onko di dwademra. Ana sa loss sinaba. Eti enya nuru baabi a mfasodie bi e de aba. The whole program no no gold reserves go for oil no and no and who emfaso na mo kanu the entire program and who faso it is not 1.7 billion na yira no and I stabilize the dollar no no I hope you getting me Kadna the entire program ayento gold ni emfansie ni emfanko ni enkoton yemfa gold enko talk fuel that program no and aboa amana stabilize we na se sample net here then you go back to 2024 mpacho mami your document ni bi mami your document ni bi wow document na is saying say 2024 ana buy na no ho no or this our program ne buy which ye nyina got attributed ye din nyina ma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say one of the innovative ideas thinking you say baby ye won no how our mind wo let us go through this program na ebetumi aboaye and no mu kan ho asem twa na da pa say nya no kra da it will not be na pesi ewia Ghana gold ya pesi ewie say And it's a stabilized dollar. Program not stabilize dollar. Any city relationship. Among them for Subiaba, any idea. You must take credit back to that period. If you say policy initiation, no, and the bunch of crowd, Diana Dana Babo. Banching. What is chef from Dana? A Babo Motiadi. No. Enti Sahab and Iswadi Huna, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, any new patriotic party under President Kufuado. Enya ye di sanshi se nyina beguo na no man tiase afise na tikase gina de ho no oba wo dwene bibi ho a adwenketo ase enyeye adwenkese kase we ye betimi atua na mo bebo a bese adwenketo ase enyeye. Enti IMF report na kasa is indicating so 2024 sa policy na ebeda ho no eno na aboa amadwumadie na akọ na sa bre na eboa amadwumadie na akọ na de mfaso beba no losses of $400 million were incurred and yinya sa losses and also mobile mass scaling up mo pagem no at the losses of 1.7 billion aba. Yes, sir. And no, and you bisa ho asem say. Sa 1.7 billion. Mo me chire mu den e bia the way control ha and the way far and the way ba and enya sa losses. We so ya asem a ya me na tintin afi che say Afenyo markings class 1 ko yina mo ko fa ba. Would that solve this? Any personalities in film, any individuals in film. Of course, you see, we are talking about state institution. We are talking about state institution, GOLDBOD. She says, "I want to that GOLDBOD and now Okasama Kabi. Now what we are timekeeper that be? Jai, take your coup. It's a state institution, and and yadini patwa no collective responsibility. And it's abana say as a son no no. I don't think Afenyo marking wanted to attack GOLDBOD CEO as a person, because the whole thing is about GOLDBOD. Now GOLDBOD no you're responsible for day-to-day administration. Nidini ebebo yantimi ko bo Reverend Charles din. Ne krakra ne say yenye kom na CEO GOLDBOD yesi kahira also obeko parliament na parliament bisebisa ne sem no akoyia no. Let that be. Na radio so TV so ye counter ye diatem ye can we there eno no emwa
abusia nkrata bia babonten efre International Monetary Fund mechire IMF nchen a ababeto mu nchene ensem ahodo ye a ebabeto montene na MPP amonyokuo wonum ani abre ya wonum echire mu a NDC for so na machira wonum etwabo MPP for no mu defend se ka bia mbaye no ene de IMF for e de krata babonten a e ka surusuru eno my Ghana yabo na ene enimdifo bia wonum abokui e wosikase mu hwehwemu ene emunchiremu asinkonya ede enchirechiremu aba na wonum kire se se wiase se wo yare na wanya ntumi se wo humfa wo a ebe ye de ne pa se duro kura bejew na mom ogitum se wo yare a ena sebe ye boa wo ma pa no aduro edi se ndisi aban wa na adwene se onyi ntum se sebe niema bi nkoyie waboka na adne GOLDBOD de akako ntansa nyina ka akako Bank of Ghana ade chana Bank of Ghana so de aba be hwe GOLDBOD sisi obi ambe se obaji atum amiaka se ono na aboka na nsusu se ye Bank of Ghana se ye GOLDBOD o my Ghana e na aboka tiene eni difu ya chire mu se ndisi fo onyi ntum na ye nyina yenye ye ho aduro na kwan ye fa so e ma e ka de ba ye ne IMF fo do mo se tenetene so no yan hwe chine bi no sebi ekwa ama hodo to se ekope bosia kora no a IMF for the krata abekọ ababisi ekwan ama ye ho betimi akere ye enti omo na mekirem ne nyina yamboa na oman no yentimi mpene puma sibre se de be ye chine bi no ekapudio a efri se Ghana be ye Ghana ye mobi da no yetimi ade ye ho ede efrem yenko na yenkotie nkomatwehwe no kakra mra
enti se IMF kase yakoton gold na gold na omo koton ye no ede eka eba na ekana abano. In fact, we hear the famous page 10. Na omo listed near ma ekana ba.
We are so did family picture na me fama because here na me show me phone so the twanko bono.
I know. Twanko. I know omo listed there dey ekana dey. Aba. Enti there dey ekana ba no say obi akoton nipa okoton gold no ono na de ekanaba o se ya ntro mi din A or B ara se ya ntro se Gordon e na be fa akaki ni nti enya me a when obi anim se nipa obi fa akaki ni nipa tietia yesu e wo ha no nyina no wo God na ye tietia me jo ha menti ase na wo wi a na o ye wo major press conference presidency o
good analogy
na wo your press conference no wo koka wo press conference no page 8 say till the gold board's defense of its financial performance for the year 2025 should not be misconstrued as an effort to shift blame for the domestic gold purchase program losses to the Bank of Ghana. Till, as we have stated on public record, the DGPP losses over the years stemmed from the deliberate policy design by the SYMPP government. E kana abano o say enye se o shift blame e can blame na go Bank of Ghana ho. Nemum e MPP aban ohun ye nhihye sad a domestic gold purchase program no e na ama e kana e dey aba.
Enti se an e MPP foka. Na eyi na wo kan eyi first one say ye modi but ye my description.
Yes.
E say emwa bi na omoti ho.
Yes.
Na eyom ka se na die ye wa akokọ ohun.
Yes.
Sa akokọ ntakra.
Ntakra.
E na achechede ni ntakra.
Yes.
Enti omoka so moko cha achechede a. Na achechede ete a kakra no aye nwa. Esinyambo ocha de ebi kwa achechede a. No aye nwa na wodwane. Eti omba ye nya bi ni akokun ntakra boa.
Achechede tortoise.
Yes.
Enti one day na die efoni de dia no ohun se no achechede te adwane. Eti de oye ya was akoso jami almo cha de ebe ntakra boa. Se achechede ni ebe na ready. Well nwane e de be fa do ko. What I say. Enti say that wo sika no. Questions go on e better be 3 questions.
Yes.
Give about to me send you ni ma say you ready ana wo dia to. You better busa be 3 questions.
Yes.
Ghana mra no why na ya man mra se kwan say obetimi aye ato gold no waton
Gold board.
why na kwato gold no eton ye
Gold board.
why na ball ka no
Gold board.
eti adade ye ko hu
Chese na de medwe ho a menti ase ne se o se o
eti me ready be no
se ne
eni patro eni ene dia to so patro IMF report na ya kan no
this is the famous part.
This is the famous part they had na 71 no Ghana for kan nyine was say DGPP operations have generated significant losses for the BOG. Losses in 2024 were equivalent to almost $400 million Ghana dollars. That's 0.5% of the GDP. Yeah, na na kufa ndo about me ebreso. 1/3 of which we were how change him. 1/3 of the $400 million no, of which were related to gold for oil. And I see in 2025, the significant scaling up of DGPP operations led to losses of over $1.7 billion. That is 1.5% of GDP, almost entirely related to gold for reserves door purchases. This amounted to a loss of 17% of the value of door goods sold by the BOG. Losses accrued on gold trades are a combination of service and asset fees. But your service and asset fees, how many Agye? Paid to gold board. Discounts on gold sold to off-takers. How many am I discount no? Agye gold board. And most importantly, exchange rate losses from the spread between the Forex Bureau rate to purchase gold and the CD reference rate used for BOG accounting. But it's one na a year. I say how many ton? And the Forex Bureau rate no track and how many tia? Any bank of a gold board.
The last one
foreign exchange, you know, BOG.
Okay. I was saying most importantly, exchange rate losses from the spread between the Forex Bureau rate paid to purchase gold and the CD reference rate used for BOG accounting.
Yes.
It's a BOG for the setting, you know, say you say, but gold board for the quarter at a discount.
Yeah.
But a gold board.
You see, and look how there's a lie say.
Okay.
DGPP.
But don't tell you so.
DGPP now MPP are implementing.
Yeah.
And the same. And now MDC.
And yet true.
And yet true.
And yet true.
Because MPP time no say agents are not to gold no. They were pegging their own, setting their own prices.
Yes. And almost and also.
No, also. Oh my. O se omo nyina omo price nyina wo na o set ma omo no makoto no maton.
Yes.
Wo na o the price no omo. Enti omo no efa so mbenya na wa so omo commission why na o so otua.
Ewa.
But every time no na sa commission na be ntua sa commission ni ma omo. Because they were independent omo set omo price omo okoto no aboka fine onyafa so aye ono a. Ba wo buy wo be centralize no. E na wo wa omo price omo koto no omo nton. Agent no. And so omo kona say omo hia commissioner or say etua mom because omo hear mama gold board. Commission say etua mom. Why not etua? O gold board also etua mom. So sa kana aba hono. That is different from what was pertaining to the MPP's way of DGPP arrangement on omo.
But another question is say MPP said this had an app not about me at buy.
Yes.
Your book saying
400
million.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, the number. Obi also me say policy implementation there. Eba ubenya saa ne manamere hitches mbeba ubeta boka bi but ko na nyim no. Na wutintim ade ne man na tight. Said the be ya wo cost and our losses no EFS Peter eba form.
Yes.
But where there 400 million. Wo buy just 1 year. You set up gold board somewhere April 2025.
Yes.
Wo buy within 1 year $1.7 billion. And must me enka ho must say inherent in the policy formulation.
How? Policy formulation must some through the introduction of gold board. Must the policy formulation. No? Say no. There's a third party motor no commission no BBR no. Who na the more. Into we have a press conference in page 3. Say IMF say the IMF stated that the reported losses stem from the sale of gold by Bank of Ghana and not no matter PMMC stroke gold board. There's some just say the same.
Okay, we be said Adamus kwasi Carlos nya no kre. Adamus ade ne yeka no. We say obopoa. Sir 305 no. We so figures we bad obopoa.
Wow, NDC. Mewa e ka abaya ye kan wan asemu ya mubu afu yi. Enfa so baaye no. Gold board mo GB mam ho. In fact, President Mahama kra de all launch gold board or task force say Mahama credit CD strength to gold board.
Yes, to gold board.
Yes.
Or my other one can say to Bank of Ghana.
And one can say to Bank of Ghana. This is President Mahama.
And other one can say to Dr. Bawumia.
Ebio. Because who say of Dr. Bawumia na ama e kanaba.
Because Dr. Bawumia a dream, yes.
Say this have policy formulation.
Interestingly, Mr. Mwade yes will be in Canada. John Mahama was vice president for 4 years.
Yes.
Was president for 4 years.
Yes.
Oba Ghana no enye new gold enye new creation. President Mahama was not gold wo.
Yes.
When timi ana anwene sa de we da. As vice president wa na anwene, as president wa na anwene. Dr. Bawumia it had to take a gem like Dr. Bawumia as vice president and what the buy ya and Akufo-Addo as president say e ma approve say ya implement.
Yeah.
Afenyo buy I was credit this had Dr. Bawumia de buy it a credit and loss.
Yes.
Credit in the mbeji loss of Dr. Bawumia tifie de yefa gogo abobo ano.
Mi go ko so mi di na haban.
Eni ne magi na.
Tio, wo President Mahama bo wo Sami Jemfi ni gold board abaso.
Sir?
So in fact, what kind of story now? Obi up on gold. Mahama credit CD strength to gold board. Or say gold board na ma CD na ye abrantie. He used the word abrantie. What kind of story now?
Sir?
Yes, President Mahama. Quote, I say the gold board ama gold board ama I say it is the gold board that has made the CD abrantie now.
Ye de amiase.
Unquote.
CD abrantie.
CD na abrantie. So and to who the credit for having done BB. E ka buy there so ni mu hwe. The efa nko bo Bank of Ghana enko a. Now we are no wasan be press conference say apart at the media ni there. Me mpese me ko kra owie no sa be twa antro in page 5 ewo ne statement ni say ono any ni gold board for no omo aye omadwin say omankese page 5 paragraph say effective August 2026 the gold board indicated to the Bank of Ghana that it will want to raise funds for it assaying on its own without the BOG serving as an intermediary. Tio, or say, on it, be or no, make any patent and patent answer. Now, obine meko. Sana ono anga zo ko to adie bia e wache ono anga make us na me niko bo me am say here rade
metie
o say asem serious asem na ye ka no I am menyin kwata asem
I say we have an interesting brother.
I tell you how we do me say oh god them
nyame wo
o twantro say ono BOG for gold board for na decide say effective August this year oma ba ko pe o musika nom de akoye buying and selling of gold no now oma yi BOG Bank of Ghana afrim
adinza
ayantro hwe Bank of Ghana tama e ka ne buy no
so musa fere mo jai
o mo na be gas o mo jai as a way out no
read ma me hwe
a way out no tie
Bank of Ghana
a way out say be almost an emoka bi o tie the structural change anya say o man san gold for reserve program no almost say friend no Ghana accelerated natural reserve accumulation
e gold in sika ya
Ghana rap framework tie I'm quoting BOG or say the cost structure that flowed through the bank's account under the domestic gold purchase program has been placed under a different institutional arrangement. As reserve manager, the bank's exposure to the cost categories that arose under the prior arrangement is expected to change over future reporting periods, with operational role of acquisition residing with Gold Board now.
Okay.
Omo issue statement to May 1st, 2026, when Omo audited accounts report in the buy
$214 million in the first one.
No mu cheche mu say it's o my dream say enya de a sa the cost of buying ni sell ni commit bi bia no omo be ka omo books mu bi o omo de akwa sami jemfi ni Gold Board and so ene sami jemfi say omo an decide say omo be you Gold Board the free
Bank of Ghana for say omo jai say Bank of Ghana for is carded omo de ba
yes na so omo so omo jai and so na who try to say oh now we decided say from effective then wow now be kwa use
last question na ma ko awudi ho no hu hia
yeah
say be hu siska no e ka no e wo benkum kwa books mu ene wo Ghana for books ye the books ni ye dey
Dabi ya boka hwe na onim kwame me nam ne kodo pon kuma ya Ghana ye wo a refree ampa o kai BOG boka anenu e ka
oh me was that video no
and it's for your press conference
you na ye e kasai
including Sami
Jemfina nkasa me should be the man
hwe me kotu no obra mo ye demonstration Sami Jemfi one onua TV ye interview tie o say Ernest Addison is a jail bound. He is destined for jail because I can tell you nothing can save him. From what he has done there is no way Addison will not be prosecuted. No way. It is impossible. Even if he goes to Kuwait, we, the NDC, will make sure he faces prosecution, including his governors and the board. Is he above the law? No. Nobody is above the law. We will prosecute him.
Sami Jemfi.
Say,
we prosecute you.
O mama Addison. Aba BOG enti. Enye onu nko an. Ato forcing. Ene esedun ketia a park emrani nti. Omo nyina in fact esedun ketia kra there. If you allow a security zone to become a haven for criminals, we have a right to declare that security zone a crime scene. And we have every right to chase those criminals away. At first, say, on demonstrate here, kopim say, Addison, then the governors be resigning because all my Bank of Ghana had a boka. And then BOG aboka e bin see da in history. And then say governor not ho. Why is Sami Jemfi not calling them? Why are you going after them, prosecuting them? Why is Exedin Kete and Co not calling them criminals? Because Oma Eka ayede aba. Na Ghana for nya a referral. Say ka before I was saying kedi call mo so no. Enye ni o. That's it.
All right, it's Peter Ankuma, deputy editor, the Dispatch newspaper, and Martin Inca, let's say class prefect. I was in Bacho, Menko chief financier, Honomo, Auduma. Now, this gave you the Bible. How do Yanko, Bacho Yanko? So, Becca GOLDBOD, no one.
Oh, of course.
So, I want to be so watch you.
Mechiano pa.
Yeah, nyamba next week see
moko
enra you go this several
weeks. Yeah, na yenko. Nyina ebe kwa.
I say be chim team na see
yes.
Enra na kai kwanya na ko be ko friend say Mark.
Oh, okay.
But timing no.
Okay.
Yanko.
GOLDBOD. Say make on two places said. Say GOLDBOD about be godfather of Abanwe. Any protector of Abanwe, any Ghana for Bebre, including Asofo, so-called men of God, civil society groups, journalists, NDC food soldiers. Nipa Bebre, say, it appears to me, say, Omunyana are being controlled or supervised by GOLDBOD. Because say ohona sika no wo nto omoye bibi na se wokoka na se yi a na so mo feel say waka ka assembly atia GOLDBOD a na o ma descend on you many apenyi madam for pa hu ni de na say ya
hwan
ni Lante Vanderpool.
Oh ya wo ni Lante Vanderpool.
In fact, as I see today, I'm sorry for him.
And he said the national chairmanship.
It's illegal. What was his crime? Minority press conference on GOLDBOD. Any homo operations, not personal. Say more boka amagana. Obe press conference in response to no CEO of GOLDBOD, Sami Jemfi. Instead of looking at the issues, a minority you took it personal and went attacking the leader of the group now, minority leader Osahini Alexander Kwame Afenyo Maki never did anything personal. It was the institution of GOLDBOD Juma Omoyeye and because on a leading minority and a minority call a press conference and he led the minority to do that press conference. No offense now, no say obe appointed obe pointed out. Niema Goldfields, a ball Ghana car.
GOLDBOD.
Yeah, GOLDBOD, sorry. GOLDBOD.
No, almost a canoe or boy, no. Or car say Kawi, no. Said that you human Sebia, every man in Bela, a beco, in the bail condition, becoso.
Maybe.
But oh, you were called Addison, so you
see. It is a subject matter, a becca once and one that crow. Or no, Kaya, near Mao Kafa, MP for including Vice President Baumia. Nemo Kaya, no, he has not received even 10% of what he did to people. And you look at his conduct. Or ye minority leader, or calling names basa. And on in your opinion, can say, or ye onwanka, I think he went overboard. Neil and Vanderpool say he should have said it in a different manner without attacking me. And I don't know.
Or maybe Neil and
Watachi, the Godfather. Watachi, the Godfather. I'm sad because Nila me who know many no house and account.
Zao.
So a boy or a nipa, Mr. Boy, or a infant air cowley, baby away one
no do
or the do or zongo a or two, Baku or to do.
Okay,
to do the no air and I confuse me, Baku a cowley and Bahu zongo lane.
Okay, I.
Nti ono
Carlin the one more TV ni side
correct because that's the area nti I didn't buy no yes I didn't buy an meya because this is also very everybody presumed to be a principal person in terms of ne kasa ne bibia, but say the ACA dear wakwa touch the untouchable.
Our kubunko to Jaco Pacho.
Nti o da bi eno ye AI.
Baso Apache.
And Wapacho.
But
if I apologize publicly, me no.
And the Kuja and Kubunko.
And I may that one and I mean who said Charlie. We are so home.
We are sorry ho.
Money swine. So money swine. Sika. Lajan. Yo. Nti no because of wakwa touchy untouchable no. I am afraid to say one share the chairmanship, national chairmanship ambition no. But like yes.
And this was on the lose.
Having said this, say what touchy untouchable, they will descend on you, no. So may say powerful men of God in our bonfire man, GOLDBOD.
Say GOLDBOD. I just think yeah, bonfire man GOLDBOD.
Civil society groups. Ubo obedience say name. Only say what chair me idea. Steve Mantiao. Mass communication.
Hey, Mantiao we say
name course we there. Oh, my former lecturer.
And the minimum dear me. Some former lecturer ni Professor Jampo.
That me dear chen there.
Sex offense there.
It's a
grievous crime.
Yes. Me dear chen there.
Who some yes I do know. University of Ghana forecast some war. Sex debe EBS ukusia.
Yes.
And
it was suspended for some time.
6 months. Yeah,
university now proud of I think they did not do well in that matter. In any serious university. Yes. Because next to extend that you say you even let him go through sex training. It means that now allegation or Bobby Wom.
Oh, let's say your campus and
and by the way, there. Okay, back to GOLDBOD.
Matia.
Now GOLDBOD, as somewhere the question is no longer whether you boka 22 billion. That's now it's settled. Say you boka 22 billion. There's no question.
So beyond dispute.
Correct. The question now is, can I a boy, you know, why a boy cano? My boss I cano.
And this is buying a boka.
But since you choose in Bena,
but
that's where I'm going.
A biggest scandal ever.
What kind your friend is saying? IMF report. No. You see, since 2025 April, I passed a GOLDBOD Act, Act 1140. GOLDBOD became the sole buyer, the seller of small scale mining gold. Ghana. Because when you say large scale mining, I buy no my and she share 20% under MPP. Say, Martin's almost they are called 30%. Say, when they produce, they are going to 30% at the amount are buying. And no, they are strictly for gold reserves. You know. A small scale mining, they are no na ya monopolize ya ma GOLDBOD. Say, omunkwa and a better gold, atom gold. Ghana. Now, mobile near 4. And yes, sir.
Yes.
Near my ma, I am reporter, near my ma, I can't buy it. Near 4. 1. Service paid to GOLDBOD. Service work our moye no GOLDBOD. Services on moye no sky etuama GOLDBOD. That's number 1. Number 2, asset fees negotiated and paid by GOLDBOD.
Now when I say you know man
that's say no so you go now I question the quality in weight in and one
how pure it is.
It is GOLDBOD and negotiated fee no and they pay themselves.
It's your Bank of Ghana.
And your Bank of Ghana. Near my mouth cannot buy no na me listen no. Off-taker fees paid to exporters negotiated and paid by GOLDBOD.
And about to do music Jania or more oh I can't.
These 3 things and the last one your forest auction below
forest in there no be
and a BOG near my 4 and I will be a GOLDBOD accounting for 3.
Wow, I'm
Mama, any branch here, no. Wow. And no, the branch here, the Oman farm, GOLDBOD, BOGO. A branch here, no, the Yedema, GOLDBOD. A caba idea where you went from. The question now is not as to where to me, may say it's not where the money is placed, though. Obeka say a dear moye no GOLDBOD so mko audited account and no more ye can if you books mo. Yes. And I dey share BOG books. That is it. Me, I'm not interested in where they be or be a press conference now I can say yen chere baby a Peter watch chem yen pray baby a me can say GOLDBOD na mo my boka. Now who read I won't say. Say never for the book I will contribute to it. Must be written black and white I will not cause it debt no. Now when him answer say e wo musa.
One is a t-shirt.
Now me one
is a jeans.
One is a jeans. Now me ye be say question we now me I would do na me share jeans. Me na me share jeans. Yambo me din say nyame. Nyansan be we logic be no. Eh? Logic be no. Oh yes no. And as I say, it is not in doubt who created significantly to the laws. A GOLDBOD.
Of course.
As to whether you put it in your books, say why a surplus so. Whether you put it in a BOG book, say waboka o, eka, and also now. That is all.
Yeah. A loss to the state.
A loss to the state, and now significantly who now created that loss no. That is settled.
And so obi also a loss. Obi my a kabama or a criminal or a jail bounder.
You see, and that's where Wunkwa now indefatigable me papa Kojo Ponkruma, the chairman of MPP Policy Committee.
Fantastic.
Oka say GOLDBOD nonkwa, and it is stated in their statements. Omonkwa sky bow munseme 133 billion cedis, and no more operations. 2025. Do you know 2025 as we stated budget for the whole country every 30 million yeah budget to your salaries be construction be pushing in na 293 billion ononkwa receiving 45% of that amount and all the operations e be then na sika no emba ho a obi abe worship ho
what they want cross.
Let's come to PMMC Bukana Moboye 2024. And the car they say there's so many naka say PMMC never can. You see them stating it. PMC say I talk gold on behalf of the BOG and on my book. What's it BMC never can? Oh, the old Korea, oh, dear, every year now, boy. What kind of logic is there? About people, I don't know for you to me.
Almost carrying gold CDs, you know.
Yeah, the man
on board PMMC womb.
No.
I don't know, and Nekabana here press conference there.
Because PMMC, no, and there's another thing. Let me clear this, guys. There's another thing. I almost said we should look at the benefits and forget about the canal. Me TV for intellectuals. So call it no mukasa anunya. MPP for the no under PMMC for your bulk $400 million. No benefits in the whole.
There was no benefit.
I can't boy, no inflation. Sa gold purchase program by inflation moved from 54% to 23%. Any benefit? Fuel price now with diesel and numbers at 23 to 24 cedis per liter. It came down before MPP back on there 14.8. Nanya benefit.
Libya.
Your friend is a CD exchange rate. Nam saying 17 cedis
and about
14 and yeah benefit to the country with all the losses 100 million inflation
equal 50
and American 54% to 23% and yeah benefit now then who demonstration say will be jail bound.
Yes,
now they within 1 year one boy 22 billion now what say. And no dear, and yet we should look at the benefits and not the Ghana for
BOG.
Under that time, the benefits in the hall.
There be and not benefit.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this to ourselves?
But mama share mesremo obi benya samije mi hu sa video no me phone so de na wo ka say and sadis be ko deal no na wo ka say
makotu ni
emba mi ka video no ya wo say e ka mo bo ye ko ka mo say ma ye
is it not the same time mo ka say omo to nyom no say
when they demonstrate with the press conference.
But they said so all these things culminated into Kumnana do
yes,
or sell mine. Okay. Now let's look at losses in Ankasano. Even the comparison to losses na regime or PMMC no, and that time I was under GOLDBOD. We were two different areas. Where did you say, Peter? Under PMMC era, no. Now, PMC was not the sole buyer and seller of gold.
Yes. There be
in the system.
Yes.
So there was strict competition. Because your prices that you demand and supply. Prices now obey mano and never mind obi better on the gold amount.
Yes.
So obviously, who say only was in a competitive market. So be charging more. As also increasing the charges. And
yes.
So be reduce your discounter. As also reducing your discount.
Of course.
Because of the competition, obviously we won't say no because this is a state institution that was competing with private sector. Individuals and companies will compete. So because of that, no the prices no be.
But what the idea?
What would
autonomy?
One now determine price. One now would so you now a regulator. So yours should be lower because you dictate everything. You are not in any competitive world. So even that to not comparison we are not even fair to PMMC under the previous administration.
Because from that time they were in competition.
They were in competition and they were competing with other buyers who would have been giving different discounts. Also, you have to give discount to be able to cope, to be in business. How do you compare that one to even now or be or no one monopoly the amano or boka musa? Look, at the way you can engage in sophistry, you can do anything. Sophistry require anything then.
Oh, okay, can someone incident the meaning in us?
Now, what did nam massa? I say, may say, no, it's not settled. Peter now uses her term. It's settled.
It's settled.
It's settled. Game over. It's settled. Say, ya boka. I buying and these are buying. Oh, mama, ya boka through gold trading in 2025 alone, 22 billion cedis. 22 billion Ghana cedis. It been see that. Or any transaction. Yes. Apart from that, no nipa no institution enya nipa. Sorry, institution no ema book as an kind kese kra a GOLDBOD. It is also settled. Opa obetima any defense. Obetima aka brofo o nimo wiase nyina. This is settled. Edidia you can insult Awudu, you can insult Peter, you can insult Minia Godia Saribidiako Godon. No also on pay.
Oh, me fan
you can insult everybody. Why insult Honorable Kojo upon Kuruma? Why insult minority leader? Osahini Afenyo marking. Why insult Abina also Asari? Why insult Bia in MPP? Or my insult be sometimes so personal. The facts are settled. Say your boka 22 billion cedis. Ghana for more boy a cat 22 billion cedis through gold trading. And also institution I say again, my boss can here pa a GOLDBOD.
Yes, my can buy ye 9.
Yes.
Now
determine price in baby.
I say is baby. Anyway, yes.
No, you see, before I be GOLDBOD, and I buy NPP. Sa asem na okafa osahine Afenyo marking.
Yes.
In any serious nation, osenka omo yache no.
They are sema. They are sema.
And yes bia or kasa na eba mu keke o.
E won statement.
Part of the statement.
And me can say asem bia adidi atembia na odidi ono about Afenyo marking atembia no. Sanctioned by President Mahama. Now you are confirming it for me.
Yeah.
minimum say okay.
I part of say what they read it.
Hefa.
Baby I'm marking.
Baby I'm marking no.
Afenyo markings continuous antics.
Can I say?
Okay, I'll say Afenyo markings continuous antics must therefore be seen for what they are. A desperate smear campaign by persons who have specialized in sophistry. Where do not mean and political blackmail in pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists and political mercenaries who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you fold and settle for what they call compulsory arbitration, in quote, and through that oil their pumps. Well, this time around, they found the wrong target. In fact, there is a typo. It should have been they found the wrong target.
Yeah, but you see, the fact say or their action statement, or be kind, actually Ghana, international,
deliberate said,
Agye we no accountability series, government accountability series.
Yes.
Oh, it is well protected
before we ban.
Or say
statement
no have to be vetted.
I saw the call at least a week.
Now you vetted.
Verify BBA.
I saw the command government.
I saw the command Jubilee House. No more as satisfied with the affidavit intimate quabonti.
Yes.
A disaster statement approved. President Mahama who's statement to rather than see this statement which said rather is engaging in sophistry.
Let me ask a simple question.
Yes, because one person or Becky Casemity sophistry is a who use so clever means be.
Yeah.
Now what they charge it a clever means who try the agent said what they draw will try and try the actual or sign so. I could focus on that. It's all focusing on the
Métier Osahene ewo good evening in Ghana or say he will not take him to court, but events will unfold and every Ghanaians will see what is happening.
They said there will be any.
Look, my maybe a question. Time I can share the who we are seeing now say have tell Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia there. Now was he engaged in blackmail?
Ebia.
He wanted Dr. Bawumia to call him to oil his palms. Is that what he's telling Ghanaians?
Yes.
Say, when he was putting that, even lie, when Osahene there no any lie. He told a complete lie, a nauseating lie, a stupid lie. Said Dr. Bawumia. That's how way there. Peter only said, "Bibi Amekobia, make her have tell us." Make us because onwa that time only the omuka. Sana mo Bawumia koye wagadri ye electricity now afasika ni bi one ne yere
was say about and into no same jemfi no I reserve in the fair say meter no when you should be
now you see their meter.
Oh, it just said no creative fear and panic. To prevent
even people from even using
it can lead to a connection, illegal connection. Because all you do
was he doing this? Was it this the blatant lie for that Dr. Bawumia will call him to oil his palms? Was it a blackmail? Was he an extortionist? Even that one can lay a lie. Mr. Minority leader, your kind and yet lie. What does minority leader say to say? A one statement, a minority statement, and a lie. How can that turn into extortion? What can I say my a lie? A minority statement no more. What was not true?
Now I like it to when you say Sadi we see we at the chain and ne Nadamfo Eric Agye call Peace FM Tidio kind. Or say Afenyo Marking has assembled a team to file RTR requests for information from state institutions and ministries, then uses the information obtained as bait to negotiate with and extort money from government appointees.
Hey,
unquote.
As well, I know Eric Agye no trouble.
Kind of Peace FM.
So me say Audu Mahama Otuwe Asamkon wanom ebi a wine. Me dum say Audu onom wine.
What the first time we dey ni bubefu.
That we me bumfu say ya Asamkon. Say everybody knows I don't drink wine. Peter was attempting this our failing. We're attempting or say wine or say red wine there is good for the heart.
But it is a truism.
Peter so maintain say guy nya fe.
And I'm to say US Muslim to so na.
Ebi mo bak eno kakra.
Okay, and in fact will come to there are suit school of thought in this matter, but I won't go into it because where a religious matter,
personal decision.
Because the Quran says that you should not go near intoxicants.
I was only intoxicants, then I'm mad. Yanko.
Now you intoxicant near my mouth. Yes.
Tio, kwami temi yo. O say Afenyo market as a team and or file RTI quality information from
Mongo.
No, we are use as a bait for this guy for now who says institution
that be giant. They are rather engaging in sophistry. They only in their sophistry.
How much
it's deliberate.
But in any case, state institution crona this kind of it means that they are for
so was saying
bam. So onya here. Why would you file out here?
It says who accuse me say me no wine now. Why should
you give me money?
Because me no wine. Who say I do no one file RTI. Now my baba me say don't disclose it to say me no wine.
So they when you know so onya here.
Okay.
It means that you my money cost.
Me but
this is even dangerous to them.
Yes.
Because almost and
it means one year question because it means that lawyer so lawyer.
It means that who you born bina say no
the giver and the taker.
But what Nina say RTI right to information.
Yes.
Now right to information nipa bi questions ebusa no watro e de aba.
Yes.
Say mo mame information we e contract na mo de ma say mo koto computer we say mbra
ana
entino wo de mo famra
24 hour economy
market na ha entino ba ko no de letter ne ba na ma ye yi mo so mo de response aba yeah a verifiable.
Yes.
Entino response ne ba na hu say mo kana bo de say computer mo toll 4,000 but mo ya mo de buy no say mo toll 11,000 na mo ye say and I'm say na enye so sin wo de ma awudu ye wakonta entina wo de ma no koto baye ni nyina aba na omo de akoma orabo Afenyo market na Afenyo market hu se ankofu ya ye bone na orabo Afenyo market afre na obagiska na mo so na mo so bunu so ma ye bone no na mo tieska de ama no na Afenyo market it makes sense how it makes sense.
What you say is that what you born
what you himself and this supposed institutions omo ye bone and na orabo Afenyo market achi wo mo and on Afenyo market achi wo mo
he boldly said this
one dream
and mu trace kan mo orabo Afenyo market
that is why Afenyo outside us of my marking say or we will not sue them because events will show they will mock expose them. One say yeah who exposure no clean
that yanko sa leader ne baby wo bia wo ko win ba kwa yanko sa no esi sika aba wachi akronfo
o my late o wia na this kind of buy me ko hwem you see said mo we no what say mbeka sin da wo befu
say that
wadafo OSP obi koye an election wo nima ha makosi obi on
kosi mako
mokonti who issue statement say why you invite no or you invite no tu yan hwemu obi ti lawyer
and now how police say jabbing
the okoche ni sika
chairman Luta
yes
wo wie no no chairman Luta lusu no ni nipa ko kun wo ka say wo mama so say fa ko to aba mamit hospital was why hefa mo nkwache no wo say no ko court no OSP lusu
yes
OSP lusu no okọ appeal
wow
I am telling you
say there
a lawyer
and a
CEO on mine say on mine sika on mine japa on mine mo sha mo omo tuatua bright
e mo no about Afenyo market
what ho e hwe no
e so mo frɛ no
already nyanko
yanko MPP internal matters election ye to den na wo twɛ ne ye to aba no nyina
men pese me ka 24 hours
sa ho e ne ma men kɔ wo dabi ma men kɔ 24 yanko
24-hour markets, no. What is the rationale, objective of that?
Nina say Ura Guzitano. One was that was a special advisor to the president on 24-hour economy. Was the market when you motion?
Bubu a man for diamond for us started on Mukoko.
I said bear 5. I was with him motion. It is young quay.
What is the objective of it?
You see,
Eddie Ayeden,
Eddie Atoma Kuko, Jane Nkrumah.
The policy NDC deba me can we be say 24-hour economy promise no me na scam mo anjendi obipa bebre anjendi me say yes scam and I will tell anybody in the face of any he said na yes scam. What was the objective? And you mean opinion on the clock the last rally on the clock beto ho say o baako juma baako nipa miensa 3 shifts and yes na mukai 133.
In fact girl na wakasa before unu apanyi e dey clock no be you say there was a lady
yes
and wakasa cycle kwa so kan wo di academics na tem was say professor and doctor for no so montiase no
and this is how the explanation
yes yen di yetiase un baby girl na adjust say why you Jubilee House okwa adwuma 8 no upon 5
no kwa onye
promoter of 24-hour economy
now be any then 24-hour secretary kwa anya 24 hours
so omo adwuma say diplomatic mission
so they say juma na also be provide 133 no what feeling ti also we hear market so that now the 24-hour market 24-hour economy market so that we do say Ghanaians be doing say you are implementing your 24-hour economy policy and yet deception because the key issue about 24-hour economy is say 133 one job 3 shifts 3 people and
ya titibeko
and now 8 hours now Captain Smart akọ
na sami je afanalize
and no one team man yet youth be bre o mo vote man based on this man pet ajuma 133 man markets no mo si ho na youth na akwa ajuma and to think is say a 24-hour in a district like my district Lambusi it will serve 133 than agenda 11 that me mentias meti bom
and probably said back so omu krom de ni dwa no omu ye adwuma Thursdays
mo de me ba ho me am krom mentias we see agenda 11 no a at least ntro auto a say obey automatic posting of nurses no o di bi be ko ho o me adwuma 24 hours nursing and yes sir
yes
we see agenda 11 no a o di doctors be ko ho o be nya 24 hours wo ho e be satisfy with 3 shifts o di ko ha o dey nya lab technicians e be ma 133 o de ko ho a o be nya cleaners e be ma 133 o de ko ho a o be nya your friend is saying pharmacists e be ma 133
obviously the objective of the 24-hour economy is the 20% kickbacks and one was that is the objective and it has been achieved. Was it payment trusting market so mun sin wi
only say asa ebuboba ya who figures be so far we have to verify me verify we are me some Monday at embassy look so if you think it's a 24-hour economy and then may year 133 and there why dream e wo from than agenda 111 my list nipa obeti my employment that would have helped me this automatic posting of nurses or
yes.
or campaign platform it would have helped him out of 100 and how many hospital 111 hospitals
yes.
Do you know the number of people you have employed health sector workers you have brought and that will satisfy your 133 so to think say who could see e wo me and men can say mo see market o ma obi anga say because market obi kwa see a obi anu ho de obi anko ho de a we we see a time
na kaswa he ye
me ko kaswa me se ko malata
okay
and also we ko kaswa
say can make kaswa
say wa
da bi me say
24 hours na me kan o
da me che ne say kaswa ye ko see market person ko for time ko see market won che ho mu see o man use wow o man use Okosi Okola Muse district ye wo communities every day bia your market day for one community obia be ko ho ye wo community say Samo ye wo Samo market ye wo Suke market ye wo Fielomo market ye wo Hamele and all that so every day bia and I call me ma me krom zingi eno ye Sisala West nti every day bia e one market o for the whole district na omo nyina da akoho akoton ne ma na omo apon the following day na omo nyina akọ another community for to sell their goods now say also ko see market e wo one place so that every day bia obi abe trek ya ba abeye eyi wo ho enya adwuma In fact, Dr. Sami Agye, so you know Jubilee House.
Yes.
Wabe kana bonten say edin da so keke. Yes.
Oh, apparently, even the minister in charge of government communications said the 24-hour we no only GH1 interview. He said the 24-hour economy market has nothing to do with 24-hour economy.
Meanwhile, President Mahama no mo so kasa so say 24 hours.
Me na me ka kire confusion na e basa o.
Samia you see edin da so keke.
And now we your friend is saying and now the presidential advisor on the 24-hour economy.
Also munim ho hwe.
Uzitano. Also money. Only you know why Peter you rightly said it. In that story no apparently Omo bubu amount for dining omo properties for 24 hours and the people are suing his secretary.
It's also bear 5 suits.
And I say hey me num ho nko baby a mo ye
5 minutes time na so.
Okay, and my 24 hours.
Fatu. Nyame adma next week. Da bi nyambo next week be say daye.
Asem o kan. Okay.
5 minutes pe.
Oh maybe. Unim. About one day so far reorganization no. Ekoyi pa. In fact, bit mark I say we ni one of the few reorganizations that so far yen recorded one incidents of the irregularity and nonsense top and
that baby busy baby
the two wins are obi bia obelu no or ditum who say a sign this to say omo win this time obi they are
rated out
which is good
Peter before me pay or dear or share from Qatar
okay
or feminine nyana na Africa
Qatar
Qatar or say they are building a 24-hour market at Hamley. Hamley is part of a Lambusi constituency.
Okay.
That's in a district when the existing market is just a weekly market. Weekly market. Weekly market too.
It's on the weekly market no more by force. Obetwem obesa yemra
enya nipa na be come market
by force obi the soldier for be ko se mu so nkodwem tamas mu
the funny part of it is Peter the o ka bi asem the funny part of it mini apenye kai ya da no me na me ne wo na tie o se e be si warehouse e wo market
yes
you be si baby a edware so da o dware a wo mfa o mombo nko fi a o mbo e na warehouse no pon a na wo de ni goose a
e de busa se na 24 hours
24 hours ya pon why go your warehouse ni pa ko bi kwa na
mame that trim aka 3 minutes pe
oh e be bi asem ni dey here
da manenka Peter ka
abaso do wa mu winyu ma lusu na ya bom abaso ba onim kwame with all seriousness there are some few issues there or say come once
okay
and for me
sometimes sometimes you
what the time
sometimes
my you dey
Mahmoud Baumia
my yim any out my phone free
unim say omo won the office no for me no omo good Dr. Baumia ni mas
ebi ka say ebi
no
adey
and dodo na omo say ni din so
adey
and I'm sure doctor na onim
say
hwe ne asi atwam no menu akeskin ka o say efiachi ni
na bofo
atwam memo going into the national election aye ba beto no
this is only interpretation na efiachi abo na mo interpretation
yeah we don't want to see
hwe sometimes been better than
oh there ya yo mate
and I want to say no one who dey better no one to be mu and e be mu afi put ayenko
me say niasi no atwam but going forward no nkofo bi wo Dr. Baumia ho a omo good doctor animase no mo say anything
adinsa
first omo di din ni nam say o support A or B
now is that the first time
it's not the first time
person go for nyina bi na go bi nya bi ana me boa
no but there's a difference
ye kwata male ko ya foko de kwabra japan ye te say na
but no President Kufuado on the a day before election issue official statement
okay
no statement ni bi wo me hwe nam de atro mesani ama
okay
of issue official statement say on show bia well so bia be kan bi say odni din ni ayi ni ade ayi a enya no kore
na no what say be 2-3 bi say no
we dey Canada so we doctor we dey Canada we have to doctor Canada support
yes
akufo I can before
they say doctors work
and the day no hwe but this time those who were the architects no they are only in Toto Mucho. Can you imagine the chief?
Let's say Nakufa to say. Oh, Obama said Toto Mucho.
No, at that time Nakufa no need chief of staff.
And chief of staff there.
Oh, see, you see, Gordon, yeah, it's very important. Omako yebi wahafo. Omako Okoboy Greater Accra. Those who called, who asked, who were campaigning against him, very close to the man.
And they say a choice.
No, a choice. It depends on how you go back.
If you're a choice, what friend cannot say.
Unim, microphone nim. Peter, Titi, was it repeat after me? Can you straight? Maybe I'm can you straight? 10 seconds.
Oko ni pano. Now I address ni pano say, Charlie, DMBC won't support to step it down my way.
Omo you see the din.
And now Peter can ya.
Who him say?
And now what can you say? Say, step it down. Now DMB so support two way. Want to mean support.
No, no, but and some of the things na enya secret. Maminka Ashanti rating for example. Chairman Sabonsu on record.
The venerable Chairman Sabonsu.
Yes. In fact,
wa wuni papa.
Me say bisa audu.
Say me the meaning.
O kasa with me packet.
Na wuti. O pena sem.
Yes.
Ba we die.
O chief of staff Dr. Baumia. Say Dr. let there be a free office oba. Ono na ne nsa hyase. Nti so betina radio so. No o say tie o. Ama chairman ne MPs omo ye Dr. Baumia adwuma wa Ashanti region. Ebe hu no wo office. E no mo ba ye no mo beka kire omo say. Oma ye poll bi na we na lead we na ekọ obi a on the list. E no no ba ye say obe synchronize list no. What does it mean?
Obeye ni yama omo.
What does it mean?
Because was so catch so mo synchronize.
That also obai.
Now the about to the see and listening to Aban.
Ask yourself.
So why the need for the synchronization?
Baby or kanya me translate.
Election here view.
My point.
No, it's important. You better national election.
You Dr. D.
No,
Doctor no waiting yet to
no, how to now okay wait. You better national election. On you bio. On you bio.
Dabi eya ntokwa mama Peter anka we ya wan so kofie ne woni mbenya ntokwa Peter ba me so to bo mama me ma 2 minutes me ma 2 minutes na
kwanda mo bro wa wono so ne na
ba cho wa me ma 2 minutes the person wo kan no e da tie bi the person wo kan no ka na emu no kai say afie chi ni abofo no me pese wo beka be wie no na afi de be ya senfofo ka 2 minutes
mate me say it's a national election.
Yes.
October 3rd. Mr.
Many time, mama 2 minutes.
Executives no. Those who are very close to Dr. Baumia. Yes, you are no munyai. And mamu fa list in Kobe BIB. Mamu could never be say winning him kasa. Now, ye will be obe mobilize will be. Ye will be our oba chinipa abre party anymore. Win a bay say, Ukwa, Fawa Udin Koye. In any case, if you occupy some positions, be around Dr. Baumia officer, you should not even be seen to be involved in the elections. Because at the end of the day, no, they all have to work with you. And I'm talking of the venerable or say Chairman Sabonsu,
Chief of Staff
to Dr. Baumia. You won't free elections anymore.
Medasi.
A car beya ye Kenya. Marco Dija Boka 22 billion Ghana cedis. The whole Ghana fit independence. Ye more casada on any transaction. 22 billion Ghana cedis. And no cry can oma yirom who destroy in a different way. No manya a boafo, be a journalist, be a civil society for a boam. Some tumfu trungun for any. In the problem now I wanted there. So papa. Would be at the end so say on can cry. First now I be a obi can someone no cry. Or who's as someone no crentibia over say way and draw me have me hono. Say Edumano. Ye jai bibia beba otenya no krabia no ye be correct record no mo bia who said o mo kan nya no kra
GOLDBOD story no enjo any say enjo onini ha bracho mebo kwame onini bracho ma wose man kana onini anti honorable me kan wose wa ho ba na onini the big issue page no kwame mpocho ma music and man kan na me wi am famo kwame mbom to be fair emi me a politician e bia metwa akohwi enti mpocho won fama kwame kan Kenya for Odi Ken, Navy Fabra. Where IMF, International Monetary Fund.
Abusuya we dey mamenchi a na memo akwa abamfa umbra Randage report so na ene sanse nsem ya ekoso e wo my Ghana mu hade. In fact minim da eto obetimi atwa ama asumdwe aba frise enokore bi enya ma mededi ena won mo mopemu ensem atie no mopem emu hunu mo nso so ebisa se enkozi se nokore bededi ama Ghana fo nyina hunu se wo man no ya boka puduo no nya ade se wo mo so begem tie ne kodwo wo pon kroma ya wono na ye MPP mra hye bedwane ya wodwena mu de ma ade hye wono mo wo fon ase ayere bia bato mpahua so wono wode na no atomo bi saa nso so ena as usual opinions metimi akasa de chie bia ya wonam abefo tentafidi internet so ya wono so ekon den na me kire kwa me na Afenyo marking ya wono na ye openipa ya woda edom kuma no ano wo man mra hye bedwafiem na ene wono mu de nkrata bi ne nkomo bi ababonten ya kire se NDC aban ye na afamu dia se de be ya eka bi a oman Ghana ya bon obegia tum na ya kase oman ya boka enu nti ade bechi bia no GOLDBOD e de kosue Bank of Ghana na Bank of Ghana da besue GOLDBOD na we de akosue we sa nti ama NDC aban empese ye de eka no oman no abo ne ho ntansa bebo no nti ye na ide nkomo no ye nhyeda enya ne pomasi bre na ene kwadwo ponkroma ene Afenyo marking ababonten edin chiremu bi aba mepese obegibre na wati eno da nchen so enkrata bi ababonten afa mining companies bi aban pese woje ehwim amanfo bi ehwim furu amanfo bi nsem mpokura Ghana fo mpo mo ya mining nyina na aban pese ohwihwim ni nyina de furu wonu nsem ene enkrata ababonten a mepese obegibre na wati nkomo no akoso ne bia mo ahunu se NDC aban nya de se wono my Ghana ye di ni ye kura kwan ya ofa so one Ghana fo di ni de nyonyono kura na so wodi nyantobo ase na ye ntie nkomotwetwe dodo no a nei atumi akoso no ebie
le ba so me kwa homa no se na me ne ofo ase aye bi member of parliament and now a ranking member wo economy and development committee of parliament mameni ni kudi enkobo abuko job pon. Good morning.
Morning god dey say
anyame adobo ko na ba so so
nyame adom ho ye
de nyame ase na mba cho confirm mame judge na wotena asa no so ndura no eye fe ne say
my lord Scott Paman no transfer acting as a sole judge for the Supreme Court.
Gabriel Scott Paman former PNC for secretary ni wonwa
never join.
Okay me dasi pa na radio straight away yanko sa enkomo no mankasa mpa cho bad na mode court ya enura Supreme Court edi ruling ba ye no na bad na de court no.
Okay, ma me fa won Ghana constitution ni mo Ghana nyina ye mra hodo wo ha no mra di kan mra ni na ne fapem eno ne ye mra kunia fa ne constitution no emayi nyina fahudi ahodo fahudi ni do article 17 17:1 ne 17:2 or say eba no emra asemu a eni se emra yididi god no different from emra yididi dewuru. There should be equality before the law. Tinkofo mi no ananu yensa na nan enya asem na yede omu gina mbra ni ma osemra kro na yididi obia na say ntemudu wani tu form a Ghana ha no ye will be a friend of legal vacation. Afie bia do August September Superior Court no judges no co leave. Na lawyers that practice the Superior Court no mono almost ajo Mahama kaka. Enti do legal vacation na asembia ewo Superior Court no mono suspended. October no ye be the friend term time na near fiase. Enti so bi wasem na ewo Superior Court ni mo a August September ye twa asem na sign no October ya twa so but ye wodi a friend of vacation judges a omo ya appoint to say judges ni na ko leave ni eja kakra bi wa kire so omo hwe kire omo de omo ye ni say during the vacation no say asembia ba ye here ye friend of interlocutory injunction and I say interlocutory application yeah or so what say a be a court be granted injunction be an answer secretary be an bibia omo behwe na omo handle asem no enti ye mam obi vacation judge yen ka say on conduct full trial only for interlocutory matters and I say who do we need to for more itu MPP for ye do mako jina court be for Nsamu who do be no Chief Justice ama warrant to say vacation mo yen ko so ani o masem ye no na me hwe mrani mu na me call Supreme Court. The Supreme Court entry article 17(1) and 2 no na on kansi sudia say Chief Justice warrant now the ama judges be say vacation no mo omonye full trial no it's here article 17(1) and 2 of the Constitution. Nti no ya asem da ho afina Supreme Court e ba appointed judges no man kan asem no. Na whilst Supreme Court e be kan asem no judges no so ya hwe on beto aso aye yo mo ye no wo ase ho a so mo ko ye wi na se koketi bi fa ho die ho problem a uchi say anye ye enti no eno am the injunction if I na Nsamu the injunction application e ba Supreme Court say Supreme Court issue injunction e masa judges ne say Nsamu Supreme Court be ka asem no mo try answer Supreme Court ka asem ni wi a na omo ya Supreme Court be ka no any idea ejuma kene na no aye court ruling on the injunction application there are Scott Mamang say onime nyadwen ewo injunction application no it an say ono ni susu mu no ye meet threshold for injuncting the court the court no betimi ato aso aye o madwuma ewo abrafi na Supreme Court eba be ka asem na nkata and then we see here the Supreme Court be fixed date for asem na nkata normally decided judges are better at 7 and Casa. So, okay. They determine your injunction application. No?
Oh, your injunction application. The substantive matter need the Omunya Antanaso. Now, the Betnaso.
Omoma date, Omoma judges.
Now, consuit unnecessary delay.
At the end of the day, there is a judges in some into Omon my date, court register and my date. Na Chief Justice I am panel na ometi challenge of the Chief Justice's warrant in the substantive matter no.
Wow. Okay, Mate. Antony say omo the date in the buy no say be say the say the substantive matter but
exactly to avoid delay na nunti na ehu here say 1 on be fixed date for no entem then 2 omo be injunct high court judges they say Munche na yanka se Supreme Court ewia dia moye no se mbeto aso se mbejayo yeho because one my in this Supreme Court asem no am ho asem no pomasi bre na ujai court no so wa se say omo nko so nya dia omoye na then e wa Supreme Court no na sebe o man ko futu mi say omo fa woni munye fom. That's what's happening now.
Yeah, now omo taka say injunction application is as good as injunction itself, especially whereby we put a medical Supreme Court no. And the ABS court na ankasa on its own no, as a community jai. Ana
in fact court high court for the omo jai. So here last week high court ni na jai say asemo Supreme Court in some of saka enyi. Na say high court judges for no crown poster decided said there be asemo akọ Supreme Court yen kan we here yen training Supreme Court. Na ya ba ho Supreme Court into usu sisu dia se omo na wo ka dem ni wi a omato aso a me dia na nka mi susu se nka ne kwan aso ni se wo be ka sampa munya ye kwan po dia be na suke be ka se mu ye wi ka wi na mo hu dia mbe but ono am 50 bit for 7 nkata ono injunction application na wo ni ho se oma high court chamber kan ni yen oso abagu nti high court nko so nya adwuma no wa sa ono nkata enka asem no I want to say
na enra me hu say Dr. Justice Nsamu say Deputy AG no so can see BS was say one man because 1 week now mo man adwent who delay case no and na Supreme Court for also say almost was Supreme Court for case bi tiaw and I want to say yes and na assemble no
no say yen I say me application no a delay or trial be 1 week that the application was mounted on deliberate falsehood. These are the company and judge the cases was mounted on deliberate falsehood. That okay ruling now. One person. Who more than judge? I'm sorry, who pulled in the application? No, we are not in the nominal judge. And the car said there be. As someone made the backcourt, and you know, who ya no. I said they are made to buy one chassis. Into their memo cannot, judge the side trail with their memo cannot. A constitutional challenge against Article 17, 1 and 2. Into focus, you will honor responding. Me grab me about team because I will cramp on 7 or 7 one chassis. Who have I been about team a 2 foot of gun for any say a delay child there 1 week now. Important. We just
Mame Sanfre back. Yes, I want a 1 or 2 be. Mame Sanfre back. I was a for all job on Chroma and I'm in a Casana, Yahumano. I yes, tack it to be empty for no as I come home beam and Tino. As I to my batch or your befriend, Yanina Atwa and Cobono City, a city no. Peter, I was saying, when I hear your opinion, your opinion, so I would Mahama so Ababe Kayan said, I cry, a be introduced, or 1 or 2 bintino, I cry, a be introduced now. But he's in the house. Where 1 or 2 bintin. I can be introduced na yedi enkobo. Every time I mention a man tries to be saying, mean, Rokojo Ponko baby ma, 9 and 12 and Uncle Bibri, Edi, Ewa Hollow, if we are. Honorable Pacho, what to make you beat Marco? But what to make her?
You out propaganda, I can't say, okay, be a to be, you have to Dr. Baumiadia. Japadi one says as a man no cre no man can who they are to go for trim nom denam but yes no yen yan to was sebe omuko ditra first na bia obi ka someone no cry wa who say someone no cry bia obi ka say we entro me ha me ho no say adwuma no ye jai bibia beba otanya no cry bia no ye be correct record no mo bia who say de omuka no cry
honorable me does say asem e free ho na aba me dasi pa because me de man ye me hu pa ne say nipa da saniti me ka se Dr. Baumia kramoni papa bi every preku ebo whiskey na obi a we Ghana ni a wono frem so we nipa timi gididi honorable se aseme be ka bi a
won say ye na ya na ye gidi say obi a we access to information and obi a so ye rational inti obi di tro nipa no otie tro na obi hu say enye no kre. But NDC for no musuba ni say yenya no kra no obe kan force they are so na obi asebe oni sa information ni bi no wakwa akoye den wate na wate edi ye boy hu modern free SHS ni ade so nipa hin na akọ school nipa hin betumi afa court ruling no akenkan nipa hin na sebe obetumi aka so ko internet so akọ search kakra nti omunim sa ni nti no mo twatro atonkofo etrim ka be ya ye kan ya mako dijwa boka 22 billion Ghana cedis the whole Ghana fit independence ye more kasad on any transaction 22 billion Ghana cedis and okra ye kan o ma yirom who destroy in a different way no manya aboafo e be a journalist e be a civil society for eboa some tumfutrungu nkofo ni nti problem na ye won de eso papa wo de obi ya de na so se on kan okra heading
but straight away you ni sa enkomo no GOLDBOD so no ye ni eho enkomo aden na etinye abasa asem no mpacho ye ni enkomo no adintra
but etinye na aba ho na no ni asem American because NDC ogidi say asem na enye no kra no kaka obetumi akama na to nkofo trim eno na ama etinye aba ho enka etinye ni babia maminkai wahwefo no wetie kakra April 2025 aban by 4 months or the budget by parliament mekenkan mu na okaya dom kuma no ye budget debate ni ye catcherom say ye hu dia moye economy ni bibia nsesa bibia so nsesa dia moye ne say ye ru about me domestic gold purchase program no de buy no reserves na yield no eno na mo yi na mo pump go market no so ti mo ya artificial supply of dollar ama na create impression say economy na yi artificial supply of dollar no ya dollar be ba form nti eno na mo ye na mo de no ada Ghana for say economy na yi nti say obi kofa ade fi abrochire ba na ne bo aba form nti nipa no o mi adwuma wa ha obeka kokra ne ma fi abrochire ba because mo pump dollars egu market no so na dollars na mo pump no ye ne the domestic gold purchase program ne ba ye nim ne na nso kakra wo ho ade amoye no mo wi amobeboka typical with NDC omu di atemi di tro om se enye no kre de aye kan enye no kre governor na be ka se enye no kre president na ka se be ka se enye no kre di attempt se enye no kre every month be na ye update Ghana for on the interventions are no moye ti do baby no se we ti for no ahwe for be kaya IMF for egma o masote say ampa the minority for kan ye no kre ye hu se mo pompe nti mo fa framework emra guidelines for pumping no omo the guidelines no ebeba no omo suspend the pumping no to the dollar ne sign 3 bi o ma ko do be 12 eno na central for call Jubilee House omo bisa president say dollar ne ti bi o ma fi president jitu mu say the Bank of Ghana was intervening the bro for no by pumping na omo suspend the na ama dollar na sign ejiegu no omo the framework e ba on the bar e be jai and pump the framework ne ba say omo pump ya was maybe also catch our hand on my pump. By the time we finished the year, no my pump $10 billion. $10 billion onto the market. Now, I'm pump $10 billion onto the market, you know. Nsamu and so on say, maybe omu see this nifi, no they are koto gold, you know. Ede abenya dollar na be pompe no tokuro da ho nti at the end of the year no by September no IMF catch them say tokuro na be da ho ne $214 million ewo Bank of Ghana nti obeka mesan be ye central for nhemu emama so te say ade na mo ye ne ye kan mo ntie no say mo ka $214 million momma yensin kunwa ne investigate ne hu bia tokuro na be da ne so anu animanim ya eno so me kan omucha me adapa sa ye the motion crab our parliament say moma yenye investigation no dom kese no promotion ni guye but ogba ma the motion by say ya sounds what to say moton ye gold na half moma yenhwem say one am authorization moton ne say cause at the end of the tokro ne be kese say boguye at the end of the year Bank of Ghana for your account no na Bank of Ghana for be can say maybe omu yi see this nifi e de koto gold no e koto e be pompe dollars ni go market no so no toko abeda ho no e 9.05 billion Ghana cedis Bank of Ghana for ne kan
goodness yem say line no ye bibi kakaka but come no so ede I don't know pastor yanko fa chemi
hello
pastor me was so line na ha adwen but yanko
pastor what mean kan
pastor beti mo ka party ento aso
the
goodness. I'm going to pon kroma na ye ne edi enkobo no efa GOLDBOD ho ensensem no etina ko ma ye background na nkasa from last year ba na ka build up aba BCD course but yem say lines no ha dwe kakra MTN fo ya complain enura say enura chime at 3 days ago the whole day na mintimi nye call yes the whole day me report ma eventually na say be call omo office asabati ko resolve the whole day omo team resolve na about 3 p.m. me phone
sorry the number you dial
enti no behwe si nya honorable bi ma na ene na atwa nkobo so GOLDBOD nkomo ndi yebedi ye Agye si ye boso say ahadie ye mema yinsinso ma asane aham ye beka ho asem enkofo mu GOLDBOD na mu dwane no minima de kro ebia bright so my say money boss na wo mani ntese mo kate mo na mo hwe baby for the mentiase Peter
yes.
So far na community say
well
you better try and come on so I said go but I
oh sir and media me say my argument say
okay
such selective justice say your oman mu na say obi eye bone a ono de yetuma no reprieve say nya na man nko say bi ono ne bone ne kura no eboroso na obi de oye the same or even lesser idea in fan 20 years time will tell
all right inti Peter Ankuma na Martin ka men kwa homa no se na me senya ona boni enko we the fache sa homa no ano pay wo ma minimum ko na dey omo ya and tipa customer public education no
o me dey ankomo no
yebedi yes
nti Bank of Ghana for account on the buy no ma dia to say o ma boka 9.05 billion Ghana cedis na me kasa account no also on the bar parliament up to now me no kasa o mo fem mai the account no da ho 9.06 billion what the dollars more at that rate na be $900 million ade started $214 million I can say any investigation or more blockade investigation no by the end of the year no Bank of Ghana for the catcher say $900 million na che se kano aboho bayem pre 9 by 4 times okay now we na fofi antoata IMF for o ma wi o ma dwuma nti o mo kọ no ma chiro mo nkrata nyina e na o mo ma beti aban ne to se aban ne ka chiro se kan ye $900 million a opwa ne kan ye $1.7 billion IMF for krata in paragraph 13 of selected issues document no $1.7 billion ye ko kan